I'm kind of like you with the movies. I like old games and stuff like that, and I like to showcase all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. So you've been gaming for a while. So
Mm.
you remember in the video stores. Obviously there's a little bit of an age gap between me and you. Not. You're obviously a little bit older. Um,
Yeah, I just turned 50, so yeah, I'm extremely old
yeah.
now.
So but when I was at the video stores when I was younger, I would rent Super Nintendo games or Nintendo games, but I
Yeah,
never actually
yep.
rented like Atari games. Did you ever rent Atari games from the video store?
No, not Atari games because I think my video store, like my the video store where I'm from was a small town, was local mum and pop store, and they just started getting into video games. But didn't have any Atari stuff, but they had like a lot of Nintendo, Sega Genesis, like Sega stuff,
Yeah,
and so I would rent them a lot of things. But I did grow up with Atari. I had the old Atari, the old with the wood grain look and stuff like that.
yeah,
So that was a lot of fun. But yeah,
yeah. I
good
used to,
fun memories from the video store.
yeah, I used to have the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo, and Alan used to have the Sega Mega Drive. No, no, it was the
Ah,
Sega Master System
Sega, yeah, the old
with
Sega was
Alex
so
the Kid built in.
Alex Kidd. Yeah, was there? I think Wonder Boy was on that one too. Wonder Boy, which was my jam on the Sega, and maybe Battletoads. I think there's another old. Oh, and also I think was it one of the fighting games. I'm trying to remember. Oh, jeez, I can't. You see, old age. It's got the better of me. I can't remember now.
So why do you enjoy gaming? Like, what is it that you enjoy about it most?
Well, I think it's just pure escapism from day to day life. You're running, you're doing a job, 9 to 5 job. It gets grinds your gears, and then I get to play video games when I come home. I get to explore brand new, vast worlds, do stories, single player stories that I'm actually really enjoying. And not only that, I get to integrate with people who I like playing games with, like online stuff. So maybe I get to hang out with my friends. We talk crap, and am I allowed to say crap? Like I'm not going to get you in trouble with your producers or anything.
No, no, you're allowed. Yeah, crap's fine.
No,
Yeah,
okay. So crap's fine. Okay,
yeah, no, that's
you
fine.
sure?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so okay, I said there, but
no, that's
but
right.
so like I said, I like playing those sort of games and exploring new worlds, and I think that's why everyone loves video games, is that we get to explore worlds and stories and tales, and what's cool is you get to relive them too. You can replay it again
Yeah,
and play it again, and maybe have a different story base and stuff like that. So that's why I like
yeah. So
gaming.
I basically just finished The Witcher 3, and
Wow, that's a big story game.
yeah. So you guys in the chat, if you've if you finished Witcher 3, let us know what you think.
I
Um,
have yet I have yet to finish that game. I've played it, but I've never finished it.
well, here's the thing: it was a big world, and I really
Mm.
enjoyed it. I think I bought it for it was around $30, and
Yeah.
money well spent, and but then there's
Mm.
obviously there's additional content like the Blood and Wine.
The DLC. Yeah,
Um,
the DLC and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and I looked at the comments, and everyone said it's really good. There's over like 40 hours of gameplay, and it's $10. So I thought, cool, I don't mind paying for this because the game was, it was quite expansive. It was money well spent. I thought additional content,
Yeah.
sure, why not? I haven't actually experienced. I've seen some of your videos where about additional content. I've never actually experienced a game where you've had to pay for additional content just to play the game. Do you have
Mm.
some issues? Is there some games that you've played where that's been the case, where it's just kind of like it's more of a hassle, where it's like, why don't you just make the full game itself with all the additional content, sell it for a little bit more, but at least it's a more expansive game? Do you find that's like an issue?
It's a major issue now. It's a huge issue now with video games. Like if you think about it, it's not just a one-off payment like when we grew up. You'd buy a game, and it'd be the full game, bugs and all. But now it's like, how much can we milk out of this game? And I
Yeah,
feel that's the same thing. Like you buy a game, and there will be a season pass, so you'll get through the whole season of the year. Especially like Call of Duty, like you'll get a game and you'll keep buying skins and all these cosmetics and stuff like that. And I understand that games need to make money, but I just feel like gaming is making money, but they're not really giving us, like with The Witcher is a rare one. Like The Witcher is like, this game was done by an indie company that just gave what people wanted, and that's why that game was so hugely popular. Whereas nowadays we're getting games where we're paying a lot but not getting little much back.
Yeah.
And I feel that a lot of DLC that's coming out is like 3-4 hour campaigns, 4 hour campaigns. Maybe it's a lot of cosmetics or it's an add-on. Like I'm currently playing a game right now that feels like DLC to the game I just previously paid, but we paid full price for it. So the gaming industry right now needs to definitely wake up because I feel that it's at jeopardy right now with like there's a lot of huge layoffs. People are losing their jobs over this sort of stuff, and it's kind of sad. But the problem is, it's dog eat dog world out there, and a lot of games are coming out and not really giving people what they want, and that's why I've gone back to playing older games because I'm enjoying older games or games that I haven't played when they first came out. Really getting into them and playing them and enjoying that story.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think the issue as well is, so even with Farm Together, I was playing Farm Together, and that's quite a good game. Like I thought it was a little bit kiddie to begin with, but once again,
Yeah.
there's additional content like the fantasy pack or the
Mm.
medieval pack, like with skins and things.
Yeah.
I think the issue is that it's eating into that consumerism machine with it's when it's targeting at kids, and it's
Hmm.
teaching them same as with like the Marvel movies and the films, like they're kind
Yeah.
of like drip feeding that kind of if you want something you just got to keep kind of paying for it rather than actually paying for something that's of value,
Mm.
something of content, and that you've okay, there it is, there's that whole thing, like with Minecraft, where you've got all
Yeah.
the additional things, and the kids will see it as like, well, I want this, I want these extra
Mm.
skins and these, and they'll pay for it. Whereas guys like you and me, we're not stupid. We're not, well, at least I hope,
Well, I don't think we're that stupid, but I think it's not just
It's,
kids now; it's everybody.
yeah,
Like if you're hooked onto something that you enjoy playing, doesn't matter if you're a child or an adult, you will pay money to get relive that experience. And that's why games are like this new endorphin thing. Like you keep kicking it in, especially like Call of Duty and Fortnite and games like you mentioned, like Minecraft. I feel that these games like they will drip feed content because it's making them profit, and we'll
yeah,
keep buying it because we want to get the latest thing. We want to brag about it, brag rights. But it's not earned anymore. Like you remember back in the day, you would earn something in a game. You'd be up all night playing that game to get like some sort of emblem or shield. Is hey, I was playing this game last night and I was like there. And remember back in the day of the arcades, the leaderboard in the arcade.
well,
I
actually,
remember when I was
well,
the top dog in the leaderboard. Yeah,
Strictly Seeger's in the chat. I remember he told me that he had a badge that he would wear to his school. From you'd get your highest score on your
yeah,
game. You'd take a
yeah,
photo of it on your screen.
yeah,
You'd
yeah,
send that into the place, the company, and then
yeah.
send you back a badge, and
That's cool.
and he'd wear it, loud and proud, to school, that he got the highest score on, what game it was, but
Donkey Kong Country.
yeah, you know, um,
But but that's what I'm saying. Like back in my day when I was growing up as a teenager in high school, like Double Dragon and like the Neo Geo arcade machines were a really big thing. And then like when I was top dog on Double Dragon and I put my initials up there and people were trying to beat my score, like I was there for like a couple of weeks. That was your bragging rights. There was no internet then.
no,
It was just like who was number one on Double Dragon for 2 weeks.
yeah,
PS2. Well, it wasn't me. I'm not going to say my real name, but it was PS2Fatboy. And yeah, that was so much fun. But now it's just yeah, it's different now. We buy things and skins and all this mechanics and stuff to just prolong the game. But that's why you got games now with live services and stuff like that because they feel that every game, even single player games, like it used to be just multiplayer, but now single player games have like a season pass, a live service, all this stuff to drip feed, all this content that you're consistently paying. Like for instance, like you got the video store, right? And we were just discussing how DVDs are like 50 cents or $1, you know, and games, brand new video games, are $100 plus. They've actually gone up $124 now to
yeah,
buy a brand new. I mean, would you pay $124 for like a foreign film, James? Like, I mean,
no.
I know you love your foreign films, but would you? Someone said, "Here's this movie that
Well,
you've been after."
well, the thing
Would
is,
you?
I paid $300 for a Ingmar Bergman box set. But that's his whole discography.
Yeah, but how many movies is that?
It's about 30, 40 movies, something like that.
Well, that's money well spent. But if you're buying one game for $124, just the basic version of it,
Yeah, well,
that's a lot of money.
I think that's what we're going back to talking about. Is I will often only pay between $0 to $30 for a game, but if there is a decent game, like when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, I was so keen to play that game that I
Mm,
spent $80 and I bought it when it came out because I was just so keen because I knew it was going to be good. And
mm,
now you can get it for about $30, I think. But at the time,
yeah.
I didn't care. That's kind of an exception. I'd only do that once every,
Mm.
5, 10 years type thing.
But look at the company that made it. Like
Yeah,
Rockstar are renowned for making open world, amazing story based games. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 are like my all time favorite games of all time because, like, for instance, I love westerns.
yeah,
It's a great open world, and I actually just recently finished Red Dead Redemption 2. I did a live of that and had like the most viewers ever because I never finished it because we were in the live because I stream live. I get people coming in saying spoilers, so it put me off playing the game for years, and then I decided to replay it, and
yeah, right.
yeah, amazing campaign.
What's your favorite type of game to play, like, in terms of.
Well, I used to like playing a lot of multiplayer, like Call of Duty and Battlefield and Rainbow Six Siege, the competitive side. But I think because I'm getting older now, I stray from all that competitiveness, and I rather just enjoy like a single player experience. So I've been getting into like open world games, story based games. I like a horror game. Like I love horror.
Yeah,
I people like watching me getting the bejesus scared out of me in a horror game because of my reactions.
yeah.
But I do like really story driven games like Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed. I've just done Far Cry 5. That was really good. So story. Also like Resident Evil series. Like the Resident Evil back in the day was amazing. Like the first open like proper horror experience. So Resident Evil, Silent Hill as well, another one.
Oh, yeah, I
So
enjoyed Silent Hill. That was.
yeah, Silent Hill's great. I remember playing that the first time on PlayStation One, and that scared the living crap out of me. I'm sorry, I mentioned crap again. I don't
No, no, that's
know.
all right.
It's okay. But
So,
yeah,
so hopefully things are looking good with the sound now. If people can let us know in the chat if it's still
I
going
think
okay.
that's. I think
That's all
I
right.
think they can hear us okay.
So, yeah, Strictly Sega, GTA took 23 people to make. GTA 3 took 23 people to make it.
Oh.
GTA 5 took over 1,000 people.
Yeah, but that's a big game. And they had a lot more money and resources to do that game.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I enjoyed GTA 5 as well, and I was happy to pay
Mm,
money for it. I don't know if there's
yeah.
additional content. I'm sure there's additional content for that.
Well, they've done a lot more online multiplayer content because, like, it's another game. Unfortunately, that's fell into that category of like, we're going to keep making uh, stuff about with monetization.
Thanks, James. Thanks for McGrath. Cool. Sounds so good. So what type of games generally go well in your live streams?
Probably the current games that I'm playing right now is the ones that I said I haven't played before. So people like to see my reaction to those games. Like we just did Far Cry 5, and I didn't expect the ending to be like that. So people like to hang around to see my reactions to games. So and same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. That was one of those games where I never finished it and I played it on TikTok, and that went hugely well. I had 1,000 people watching. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
really.
Yeah, it was amazing. So these open world games or games I haven't really played much of seem to do really well. I think because people want to relive that experience through someone else's eyes to see the reaction.
Uh,
So it's like watching it. When you're watching a movie with your friend or your brother, and maybe you've watched it so many years at times, and you're getting to see with new eyes again because they've never seen it before.
yeah.
It's kind of like that reaction, and I think people love that reaction and they love that type of thing. So that's really
Well, I think that's why I like coming onto your channel as well, is because you've actually got good commentary. I've seen, obviously on TikTok you get a lot of just, videos pop up,
yeah.
recommendations, and some of the younger ones, not all of them, but there are some that just they'll sit there and play the game, and it's almost as if in the commentary, the chat, the people there are just having a chat between themselves, while this guy's just
Mm.
playing the video game. And it's just a little bit boring. Uh,
Mm.
so that's why I enjoy coming onto your streams, because you actually chat with the people in the chat room. You seem to have
Well,
a decent
I
community.
try to chat. I try to do that. I try to be as active as I can with people in the chat because I feel that if you're not active, they'll go elsewhere.
Yeah,
And you also want people to feel warmed and welcomed. It's like your video store. It's like when people come to your video store, you always want to give them that fuzzy feeling of nostalgia coming into the video store. And
yeah.
and when I look at you, James, I can see a really lovely personality. You've got that inner glow about you. I don't want to make you feel awkward, James. Sorry.
No, that's all right. No,
Okay.
no, thanks.
I
Thanks for
might I
that.
might have a man crush on you. I'm just saying.
No, that's all right. Thanks for that. Yeah, so,
He's blushing. He's actually blushing. Sorry, James.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's all right.
Sorry.
So, you seem to. I've seen some of the other videos as well. There's the older gamer issue.
There
And
is. There is a bit of an issue.
what's the deal with that? Are they just trolls? What do they do? Like, what are some of the main things that were making?
Well, I've had some issues with some people, but I think it's people. I think it's like you said, younger people don't seem to understand that why are older people gaming? Because we've been gaming since the 80s and 70s and beyond.
Yeah,
We've been. This is our pastime. This
yeah,
is something that we love doing, and we love playing these games, and we love, and it's also a way to let off steam, especially like with work. And I feel that the moment you give up something that you did in your childhood, it, it's gone. Like you need to have something held on your childhood. Like with you, I'm obviously thinking like you reminisce about films that you loved growing up, and it's now your passion.
yeah.
My passion is for the gaming industry. Like I love games. I love reliving older games that I used to play, and so this is the way I keep myself young is by playing games.
Yeah, and I think that's where we kind of have that thing in common is,
Yeah.
my relaxation is to play some games, whereas your
Mm.
relaxation is to watch some films, you know.
Mm.
So it's in terms of I'm running the store, you're doing your thing online with the games. So it's
Mm.
work, but it's work you enjoy. But then you have
But it's work. Yeah, definitely. I enjoy work doing this, but you got to have some sort of thing to enjoy.
yeah,
And this is something that I love doing, and you love doing. Excuse me.
you know,
And so yeah, but that's the way I want to be. Like this is how I keep myself young by gaming. Unless I'm playing Fortnite with kids, because they just do my
resistive
head. So,
resistive pair says we were there when gaming first came out, and that's
exactly. We
that's true.
were.
You were,
We were
we
there.
played the foundations. That's the other.
Exactly.
You
We
know,
were there like in the 80s. Like the 80s always like I feel like was this golden age of gaming where you could make a video game out of anything, including E.T. the movie, which was made. I think that video game was made in like 3 weeks to a month,
yeah.
and then it almost killed the video game industry. Like
Oh,
they're
the ET,
terrible. Yeah, the E.T. video game, and they dug like this huge
yeah.
landfills
They
and all
buried
the
it.
games. Yeah, and they actually dug them up again recently.
Yeah.
They found them. A bunch of Atari games, but yeah,
So,
it's crazy.
do you have any? Yeah, just not mentioning any names, but do you have any kind of examples of what some of the trolls, what they kind of do, what some of the comments they made, or
Well, when I was streaming on Twitch, I had someone actually legit find some personal information about me and was typing in chats, which was not really nice. And then you get called things about your weight, your age, like just really inappropriate stuff. But I feel that if you are going to be doing stuff like this, you have to develop kind of like a thick skin. It's unfortunate, but you need to learn how to bounce things off yourself so you can keep doing what you're doing long. Because if you let the words and the comments hurt you, and then when you start becoming more popular, you're going to attract more negative feedback. It just comes with the territory. You got to learn how to handle it the best way you can. And the best way to handle it was I was just ignoring them and blocking them and not interacting with them as But unless they're like a troll that's like just read How to Troll People for Dummies book, they're coming out with mum jokes and stuff like that. You can have a bit of fun with them. I do, but then yeah, oh, but yeah, it's a pain, but it's just part of unfortunately social media. You're going to have people behind keyboards who think they can say whatever they want and
yeah,
feel fear. Yeah.
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 Oh, um, another thing that's been going on, Alternative Wolf, speaking of subscribe, he said that he had to subscribe to, he was subscribed to the home video channel, but
Mm-hmm.
he had to go and subscribe again. And I've found that myself with just channels that I've subscribed to. I've gone and checked, and I realized that I'm not subscribed to them, and then I've had to
Mm-hmm.
click it again and be like, no, I was subscribed to that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's happened again. So I don't know if this is an issue with YouTube or because it's a bit of an issue when you're trying to get a channel monetized, and then you're finding that some people are saying, hey, look, I was subscribed, I don't know what happened. It's for some reason I'm unsubscribed, but I'll click the subscribe again. It's a bit of a concern. Have you had any issues like this happen to you?
A lot, actually, a lot on TikTok. Like, there's people I follow that I've unfollowed when I didn't even know I unfollowed. So it's happening quite a bit on TikTok, but I think it's because they go through a bot system where they're filtering out names, and so they go through like your viewership and see who are bots. So they might be removed by accident, unfollowed by accident. I don't know how it goes on YouTube, but I know that it does happen a lot on TikTok too. So yeah, that is a bit of a pain, especially when you are trying to grow a channel,
Yeah,
build it from scratch, and you got people unfollowed automatically because someone pressed the wrong button on their end. It's a
yeah,
real pain.
guys, let us know in the chat if that's happened to you. Um, I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077. What about you,
Yeah,
P2?
that's from the. Yeah, I have. That's the one I was trying to stream, and I had people actually trolling me and telling me spoilers. That's actually done by the same company that done The Witcher 3, CD Projekt,
Oh, okay, right.
and it's a really good game. It's
I
really
heard there was
good.
a lot of glitches though to begin with.
No, they've actually fixed up all the glitches. The game is beautiful. Like, I'm playing on the Xbox Series X. Game looks absolutely amazing, and I was really enjoying it. But the problem was I was getting a lot of people coming in there, just telling me spoilers and what I should do. And I mean, I like to keep the channel interactive as best as I can, and like letting people, like, if I'm stuck in a situation, I'll ask them a question. Hey, look, can you help me with this? But I was just getting a lot of people just bombarding with a lot of negative energy there, and I don't want to be about that. I want to be more positive. Because the moment you get hit with so much negativity, you're going to become a bit of a Debbie Downer, and I don't want that. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep it fun. I don't want to keep most of the people who are in my chat, my regulars, the
Yeah,
new people, to enjoy that experience without being consistently bombarded with negativity and people
yeah.
being trolls.
No, I mean, 90% of the time, it's we've got a great community on home video channel. Love all
Yeah,
the people on there, and it's usually always positive feedback. I really love it. But
yeah,
it's more,
it's
you get
great.
one or two, every now and then, and you just kind of like, all right, well, move on. Like don't know.
Yeah, you have to move on. If
Yeah,
you don't, then it just eats at you.
yeah.
I don't want that. Yeah.
Um, yes, I'm a big fan of, like, I guess you'd call it Metroidvania. Like, have you played Ori and the Will of the Wisps?
Is that a Nintendo game?
Uh,
Oh no,
I
is
think
that
it's
like a side? That's a side-scrolling game,
like a
isn't it? It's like
platformer.
really
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, yeah. I've never played it, but my son played it and he loved it. He said it was really good. Isn't there like a? I think they're working on a sequel or something.
they've done two of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
They're really good.
yeah, I enjoyed one and two. They're the only game that I've played in the last 10, 15 years where I've played them both and then gone back and played them both again, but completed everything like 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I
That's
just loved
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
So
So is it a good story and stuff? Like, is it
it's
the
just the
story or is it the
artwork.
world that?
Yeah, I did a review on
Yeah.
it. You'll find it in the videos section on
I
the
think I
channel.
did
But
see. I think I actually did watch that one, James.
yeah, I just enjoyed
One.
the artwork, the music, the story. It's kind of got like a Studio Ghibli kind of vibe to it.
That's,
But yeah,
I might
thought it
have
was
to
great.
check that one out.
Yeah, definitely. The second one was better, so it
Okay.
was just a bigger world, lots more to do. So yeah.
I'll have to check them out.
Have you had any major issues with live streaming, like how I kind of did at the start of this show here?
Well, some of us, James, are a bit more professional than that. I'm sorry, okay, but like, I look, I don't mean like, I mean, you got like your producer there. I was expecting like top notch sort of stuff here.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
was expecting.
but that's the thing. This is the first time I've done this, and like I'm
Yeah,
usually these guys are filming everything. Now I'm having to
yeah,
get all this together, and
yeah.
it's they just
You,
kind of
you, you
put me in it.
well, you did. Well, you did promise me when we were discussing this off stream, like that this was going to be like a good professional. I was expecting like full like studio stuff, like your episodes on
Yeah,
YouTube. Like, yeah,
yeah,
I
but
was a
that's
little
the
bit disappointed.
well, that's the thing. That's live stream. I can't take the camera
Yeah,
like through.
I know, I know. I'll let it slide this time, James. But like, come on, it's got to be bit more professional next time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm a big TikTok streamer. You know that, okay? Like, I got like 22,000 people who watch me, and I'm just trying to be professional here. I'm trying to help you here with
yeah,
professionalism
well, that's why I
because
got you onto the show.
I'm a very humble person. I'm very humble, but I'm also very professional.
Yeah, well, that's why I got you onto the show.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Trying my best. But it's
Yeah,
gone.
that's
So
okay.
I think it's so far it's gone alright. With the exception of the
Yeah,
audio issues.
yeah, yeah.
But
That's okay. I mean, I'll let it slide this time. But
like
like, I'll
maybe
give
next
you
time I can
like,
maybe I can give you like send you like a rent. Like maybe I can send you a DVD or something.
yeah, yeah. Well, what DVDs you got back there? I mean, I see Terminator 2 there. That's like one of my all-time favorite films.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of it's a Bali copy. But this was from years
Oh,
ago
a
when
Bali puppy?
yeah
Really?
yeah.
Like, you're all about
Well, this
how?
like I said, this is from years ago, and I've still kept them. This is from about 15, 20 years ago.
Okay, okay,
So I can send you that
right.
one if you want.
Yeah,
But I do have.
I'll have a Bali. I'll have a Bali copy of Terminator 2. Thanks.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right, I'll send you that one then. So we can
Okay.
just maybe just call it a day with that. Like
Yeah,
so, we'll just
yeah, Terminator 2 will be fine. Terminator 2 will be
All right, cool.
fine. Okay, sorry.
So what's the
Um,
game? So what's the game you're enjoying at the moment? Is it You said Far Cry 5. You were.
I just finished Far Cry 5 and I'm doing New Dawn, which is like a continuation of Far Cry 5. But like I said to you before, is it was like it felt like a DLC, like it felt like an add-on. It should have been part of that game, if you know what I mean. But it's good. It's good, but like
So this how much was that for the content for the?
well, nothing because subscription. It didn't cost me a thing because I'm subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, so it's like $30, whatever it is I'm paying a month
Yeah.
um, to subscribe. So this game was part of the subscription. But that's another thing I'm not a fan of is all these subscriptions.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying with all the content, with I just think bringing kids into this world, it's raising them on that consumerism idea. It's going to get out of
Mm,
control with the movies and all that. But we can that's talk for another day. Even though we spoke about it today, I guess, and we're on the topic, but
mm,
we can continue.
yeah.
We'll move on from that. But um, I've used Unreal Engine 5. I don't know if you ever used it before.
I've never used Unreal Engine 4, but it's been used in a couple of games that I've played, and it does look amazing, like the graphics and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing more games built up. I think there's a Fortnite now has running on Unreal Engine 5, and there was a game I played on Xbox, which is like a story-based movie-type experience game. That was on Unreal Engine 5. That was really beautiful,
Yeah.
but it was kind of limited what they're doing. But I still think like years down the track, we're gonna get some amazing stuff.
Yeah, I think I mean I've got it. I use it for simple things. But I actually did a video. It was a while back. It was the Mummy video on 16 mm. But in the
Mm,
intro, you can basically take a photo all the way around the subject,
mm.
and then you can basically take that as a 3D object into the um, Unreal Engine. So
Wow.
and use this called Mesh Room to basically turn that into the
Yeah.
3D object. And I did that with the Blu-ray copy of Monsters, all the Monsters Blu-ray basically. And I put that in there.
Mm,
And it's a little tiny thing, but it's cool for doing little things like that. But I think it's getting out of
yeah.
control with in terms of movies with the Marvels and all that. I think if you could utilize Unreal Engine, like they did with CGI with Forrest Gump and things like that, where it was very minimal. I
Mm.
think that would be a whole lot better. I think artificial intelligence is getting kind of out of control.
It's
You know,
scary.
with
It's really
especially
scary.
especially with like even now just with paintings, I think that
Mm,
especially when they start making artificial movies and things, and I think it will kind of devalue our own being as a person because we won't feel like we're good enough to because if we just think well that
it's
computer
happening now.
that computer can paint something so much better than I can. Why should I even bother? Or that artificial intelligence can make a movie that's so much better than I could ever make. Why should I even bother making that movie?
Yeah.
So I think it will eventually devalue us as a species because art is, humanity, and without that, it will really kind of go downhill. So I think it's a little bit of a sticky situation, you know.
It's a huge situation right now because, like, yeah, someone said, like, Resistor said the Terminator movies may actually come true. I agree on that terms in some way because, like, I use AI for my stuff. Like, I can generate an image of something I can think of, and it comes up.
Yeah,
Maybe to not exactly how I want it, but it's saved me hours of time.
yeah,
Same thing with ideas and stuff like that. I use Chat GTP, use that to come up with captions and stuff like that because it's just easier. And I think that it also makes. I mean, I use it when I want, when I feel that I want to do something quickly. But I wholeheartedly agree with you. I feel that we create because we need to have something that makes us feel like a bit of a free spirit, like create, like people can laugh at as much as they want about, like, live streams or creating videos and stuff like that. It's a form of art.
yeah,
Anything is a form of art, but when you take that away by with the press of a button saying, look, I made this without even thinking about it, I just put a couple of words in there and generate this image, it takes away that, it like strips it away,
yeah,
and we are becoming more and more lazy because it's just, I find it convenient, but now I think I'm scared what's going to happen in 20 years time with these sort of things. It's going to be really super scary on what AI can do. Like, I'm seeing, like, I watched a trailer. Someone made a trailer with AI with of a movie that they wanted, and it was scary. I mean, you could tell it was AI, but it's scary. Like, wait 5 years, we won't know what's real.
yeah,
This is going to
exactly.
be crazy.
Yeah, at the moment you can
Yeah.
tell with the googly eyes and things, and the five
Yeah,
fingers
and the
and
warped
stuff.
faces like you're watching the Conjuring movie or something.
Yeah,
You've got a
yeah,
it's
but
like
give
kind
it,
of warped
like you
face.
said, give it 10, 20 years, and they're going to iron all that stuff out, and it's just going to be
Yeah,
quite deceivable
yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah. And I'm not. By the way, I'm not a fan of CGI movies. I'm not a huge fan. I
No,
mean, when I first saw it, like in Jurassic Park and Terminator, it blew me away. I was like, wow, that's amazing. But now when you watch a Marvel movie and it's like just what's like, even their clothes is CGI. Like, it's like, is there anything real in this movie?
yeah, why do you have to make
Like,
the clothes
I
CGI?
yeah, like when I watch it, like if I want to watch a legit awesome movie that takes me away to like this sort of stuff, I'll watch like the Dark Crystal, where I know that's all puppetry and all the sets are made real. I appreciate that stuff. I love it
Definitely.
so much. Yeah. So when I see that sort of stuff, it kind of puts me off. That's why I'm not a huge fan of that sort of stuff. But
Yeah,
it is what it is, unfortunately.
Resistive Pair says, yeah, AI is taking the artist out of the art, and that's true.
Yeah,
Um,
so true, resistive.
Strictly Sega, yeah, wait till it gets to a Nintendo 64 equivalent. We're almost there, I think. Um,
Yeah, we're getting there quite quickly.
so, like I was saying before, I was playing Farm together, and I thought it was really kind
Mm,
of a little bit, it looked kiddie-ish, but I thought I'll
mm,
give it a go because there's all the comments were saying it's a really good game, and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's actually a really good management game. Is there any good
mm.
management games that you've played that you've really enjoyed over the
Like
years?
Sim style and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, I used to play a little bit of Sims. I've never really was into Sim stuff like that. Um, but I'm not really into those sort of games because, like, I feel like they feel like a bit of work to me. So I would always want to look for something quick and easy. Like I see it like this. Like multiplayer games are like fast food. They give you that quick, they give you that quick fix. Whereas an open world or a huge story-driven game, like an RPG game, is like having a meal at a nice restaurant. You can take your time with it and enjoy it. But with multiplayer-based games, it's like I'm going there, mess around with my mates for a few hours, and I've had my gaming fixed, and then I
yeah,
can do it again tomorrow. So that's how I feel. But yeah, I wasn't really into management games as much. Like I dabbled in a bit of Sims here and there, and yeah, 2 Point Hospital, yes. Sega, I did dabble in that. But I didn't like, yeah, those sort of games. I felt like there was so much management and stuff like that to do my head in. So I was
yeah.
like, nah, I'll just stick to what I like playing. But they were fun.
Yeah, it's like you're saying with the fast food. Our video stores like Video Easy, Blockbuster. I always considered
Yeah.
those like the fast food, like the Hungry Jacks or the McDonald's. But then you'd go to like Jumbo Video, which is in Canning Highway, and it was this extensive store, and then
Mm,
that was kind of like going to like a nice Italian restaurant where you get like a nice, artichoke and rocket pizza or something, you know, like,
Yeah,
because you had all the foreign films and things like that.
yeah.
But at Video Easy and Blockbuster, you just have the main
The
blockbusters.
staple.
Yeah,
Yeah, like 10 copies of Forrest Gump and Titanic,
yeah,
and then they wouldn't have like wouldn't cater to what you wanted to see.
no,
I was really lucky because like in the small town I lived in was run the local video store was like a local mum and pop video store. So I got like the blockbusters and the rare ones and some foreign movies. So I got to watch everything.
yeah,
And when that shut down, that was a sad day.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was early '80s, but my video stores was kind of the '90s. But at the video stores in the '90s, you had a lot of overspill of the '80s movies.
Oh hell
In
yeah,
the
yeah,
store, so it basically felt like you're in the '80s as well, because a lot of the
yeah,
movies, the weekly movies, were
yeah,
all
yeah,
'80s movies. You know,
yeah. Yeah.
Romancing the Stone and
Oh, I love that movie.
yeah, all those kind of things.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Romancing Stone. I actually got to see that with my mum at the town hall theatre of a small town where I live. Population 200 people. It was at the town hall, and we watched it there for one night. They used to do screenings like every few months of
yeah,
the movie, so that was awesome. Apart from the wooden seats, they were terrible. That was those seats, honestly. Felt like a bear grylls on my ass. I was like marks on my butt. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
no, that's all right.
I just said ass twice now.
No, that's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I actually just picked up a clamshell lightning jack with what's his name, Paul Hogan. Remember that with
Really?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that movie. That was awesome. That was like the
Well,
Wild West
I wouldn't say it was,
Crocodile Dundee.
I wouldn't say it was awesome,
No,
but
oh,
it was
I,
yeah.
I liked it.
Well, it was good.
I've seen
It
it.
was a good movie. But
Yeah, it was. He was trying to stray from Crocodile Dundee, but not by too much.
yeah, it was kind of he got exported with Crocodile
Yeah,
Dundee, and then they thought, all right, let's get him in a western. He looks kind of rugged enough. Let's
yeah,
chuck him in a
yeah.
western. We'll try and go Clint Eastwood style.
But I liked Cuba Gooding Jr. in that movie. He was amazing.
Yeah, he didn't say a
'Cause
lot, did he?
he didn't say
Yeah.
a lot, but he
Actually, he didn't say
expressed
anything, did he?
himself. No, he was a mute or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Couldn't
Yeah.
talk. But
Yeah.
I like cheese. I like cheesy movies.
Yeah. No. So is it right now, where you're at as a live streamer, is it struggle? Is it hard to, or are you managing, or is it like every day is it a struggle, like
Oh, it's really hard. Like it's really hard because like you think I always think of it as this as like okay yesterday went really well. How do I keep that maintain that? How do I maintain that momentum? How do I keep it going? Because like it's scary when I think it's scarier the more you're getting closer to the top.
yeah,
It's like when people are climbing a mountain or a hill, or they're getting trying to get close to their goals. When you're getting closer to your goals, I feel that it's more scary because the dream is now becoming almost like a reality. And then when you start to see that dream, almost getting to fulfill, it kind of scares you because you're like, wow, I'm going to reach to the top here eventually.
yeah?
But what do I do then? So
How
it
do
really
how do I
puts things in
maintain that at
perspective.
the
Yeah,
top?
yeah. How do I maintain that? So I don't know. Maybe it's because I turned 50. I had never before 50. I did have like a slump in my views and stuff like that, and TikTok was doing some really weird things with its algorithm and it's really affecting my channel. So it really put me in a Debbie Downer mood. So I really wanted to change that. So I've changed that my how I feel about things. It's like okay, there's going to be things out of my control that I can't control, and I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to just like ride the wave out as best as I can, and try to be more positive about these things. Like okay, these things are happening. How do I deal with it professionally and also mentally?
Yeah,
And that's been helping me so much better dealing with this sort of stuff, and it's been really good. Like I have such an amazing, like I said, like the community's coming in here to watch us now. Really amazing people in my life. I'm in a great community, great friends, and that's what matters. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be here today. So it's been absolutely amazing.
yeah. That's true. It's the same as me with the store. I mean, it's like trying to run a video store. I mean, we all know
Yeah.
video stores are gone. These guys give me hell for it every day, but
Mm.
I still keep it going,
Yeah.
even though it's there's no video stores around anymore. Just you
Yeah.
got to keep the dream alive. You know.
Yeah, well, I actually read. It's funny you say that. I actually found one not about an hour's drive from me, a video store.
Really?
And I was like, wow, I'm gonna talk James about this. He's gonna be pissed. He's got competition now.
Well,
So
what
I
kind
was
of
like,
video store was it?
well, it has music. I'll send you a link after. It's on Facebook. It's on it's in a town like about an hour and 10 minutes from where I am, and they have like DVDs
Oh, I remember
and
you posted a video
Blu-rays.
about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the one?
Well, there's two. There's one that was like 3 hour drive, but this one's only like an hour's drive. I was like, wow. So that was amazing.
All right, we'll have to go up there maybe for one of the episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you do, yeah, I'll tag along.
All right. Yeah, we'll do
Crazy
that.
style.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that then. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it's. I think we've had a pretty good chat here today, PS2.
Yeah,
Like,
I did too. Apart from all the technical difficulties, but like we'll get past that.
yeah, like I'll fix that up for next time. Like previously, before that, I had some issues, with some of my past live videos, but I fixed.
Mm.
Well, I think I fixed it now. So, guys, yeah, thanks heaps for being in the chat. It's been really cool. Strictly Seago, James McGrath. Yeah, everyone. PS2, it's been a pleasure.
Always, mate.
I'm going to leave the all the links in the description to where people can follow you. And yeah, guys, if you can subscribe to PS2 if you haven't done that yet, and also subscribe to home video channel as well. That'd be good. Yeah, guys. All right, we'll see you all next time. This is James.
Thanks for coming.
Signing off, and PS.
And sorry, no, sorry, that was awkward.
Yeah.
And this is PS2 signing off too. So thanks for letting me come into your channel, James, and have a chat apart from those technical difficulties. And thanks everyone else.
Yeah, no, it's been great.
Absolutely fun. I loved it. Thank you very much.
No worries. It's been fun. Thanks, guys. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.